The reason why we work with Outlook is very easy, because Outlook is the only application in most companies that work inside the company and that work outside the company, that work on a PC, on a smartphone, on a tablet, in the browser. All data is synchronized. The Outlook works online and offline. Outlook works with a bad internet connection and with a good internet connection, and everyone has Outlook. And that's the reason why we have so many emails in Outlook. Yeah, I will speak a little bit about shared channels, because I see that shared channels are, for some people, something you should not use, you could not use. They say shared channels are complicated and bad. And in my opinion, shared channels are very, very useful, and I will try to convince you in the next 45 minutes. But first, a little bit about me. You see, I'm an old guy, so I'm over 30 years in the IT industry. I worked for more than 50 years for the best gold certified partners in Austria. I work now at ACP. ACP is one of the best Microsoft 365 partners. And I also worked 9 years at Microsoft as a partner technology advisor. So I know the company very well, and the idea behind Microsoft 365. There's a lot of the Microsoft DNA in this product. I have a blog, derdecker.at, sorry, mostly in German, and I am the first Microsoft MVP for security in Austria. I'm MVP since March, so very new. What is my daily job? I support companies on their way to Microsoft 365 in the areas governance, security, data protection, and user adoption. And I develop with my colleagues inside our company a lot of standards for Microsoft 365. And what do I otherwise? In the last week, I was at the Erzberg. This is a mountain area in Austria. There's the Red Bull Erzberg Rodeo. It's the hardest one-day enduro race in the world. And I'm there the chief entertainment officer, so the CEO of the VIP tent. And that are always 4 or 5 days without any computers, with a lot of clouds, a lot of motorbikes, quads, and people, and dust, and sun, and rain, and dirt. But now I'm beautiful again, and I can speak about shared channels. What is the reason for this session? If you speak to people that they started with Microsoft 365 without any user adoption, you hear a lot of confusion about the tool. So they are not sure in which tool someone sent a message. Was it a mail, a chat, a channel, a team, which team? I heard a lot that people say that have too many teams, and I told you that some people say shared channels are useless, and some people say it's too much. People send me emails, people call me on the phone. I'm in a lot of meetings, and now they chat with me in Teams and invite me to a lot of Teams, and I have no idea when I should work. And solutions to share Teams Manager is one way to control this environment a little bit. But in my understanding is, if people don't understand why they should use tools, in which way, what is the idea behind the chat, what is the idea behind the team, behind a second channel, a private channel, a shared channel, then they will have a confusion. And I often get the message, why is Microsoft so complicated? Why do they have so many tools in Microsoft 365? Why do they have so many tools that do similar things? You have a Gemma where you can post messages. You have also Teams. And why can Microsoft not do the things easy and build one master tool, one tool where you can do all of your work and not so many other tools? And the answer to this question is very simple. I always ask the people, what is the first tool you start in the morning? And in the most cases, the answer is Outlook. And what is the last tool you close in the evening? Outlook. And what is the only business tool you use outside the working hours, in the evening, in your holiday, on weekends? Oh, Outlook. So is it possible that Microsoft already built an app that is one app where you do all of your stuff, where you do important formal emails, where you exchange documents, where you chat, where you collaborate in projects, where you manage your tasks and share non-time sensitive information? And maybe someone here in the room has more than 100 emails in his inbox. I'm not speaking about unread emails. I'm speaking about emails in total. And maybe there is someone in the room who has a colleague that sometimes forgets to answer to an email because he gets so much emails. So the problem on Outlook is that Outlook is so powerful and we are so used to communicate in Outlook and work in Outlook that we get too much information, too much different kinds of information in one inbox. And some people get lost in this information. For me, I need an empty inbox in my Outlook, because if I have more than 100 mails in my Outlook, sometimes I wake up in the night and say, oh, Christoph sent me an email 3 days ago and I forgot it because it's 2 meters under the first email down in the deep area of my inbox. And I can show you my inbox and it's not faked. It's my really working email, and you see it's empty. And that is the way I work with emails. And the reason why we work with Outlook is very easy, because Outlook is the only application in most companies that work inside the company and that work outside the company, that work on a PC, on a smartphone, on a tablet, in the browser. All data is synchronized. That Outlook works online and offline. Outlook works with a bad internet connection and with a good internet connection, and everyone has Outlook. And that's the reason why we have so many emails in Outlook. And if you ask me, what is the idea behind all these tools in Office 365? For me, it's very easy. All these tools are built to reduce the abuse of email. Microsoft will not get rid of emails. They know emails are very important. Other companies tried to get rid of emails. That will not work. I'm sure we will use email in 10 years. The Office 365 tools will not stop the mail abuse, but they will reduce the mail abuse. And I show you in the next couple of minutes in my live environment how Office 365 will do that. So, boom, 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 boom. The first part is, for me, a very interesting part. It's the chatting part. If you think of your own private communication, so the communication with your family, with your friends, the digital communication, so not the words you speak with them. Can you give me a shorthand who is using email to communicate with family and friends? Okay. What tool do you use normally to communicate with your family and your friends? Can you give me in the chat some answers? Is anyone here? Can you hear me? WhatsApp or Facebook. Thank you. Yeah, normally that's the answer I get. WhatsApp, Facebook, Signal, Telegram and all the tools.
Schön, dass du bis hierher geschaut hast. Wenn du das Video weiterschauen möchtest, dann melde dich einfach auf unserer Lernplattform M365 Circle an. In der Videobeschreibung findest du den Link, wie du da hinkommst, und du kannst dir natürlich auch für eine unserer weiteren Summits, M365 Summits, ein Ticket holen, kostenfrei, oder du unterstützt uns mit einem Supporter-Ticket. Also klick auf den Link in der Beschreibung und schau dir das vollständige Video an. Wenn du uns weiter noch unterstützen möchtest, dann kannst du auch unseren YouTube-Channel abonnieren und am besten noch die Glocke aktivieren. Und vielen Dank, dass du bei der nächsten Summit auch mit dabei bist.